Hey everyone, welcome to the show for Monday. Hi!
Here we go, let's do this!
Let's do it. First things first, today, it's a very special day for our little boy in the office, Phil. Because an all-new Mortal Kombat has been announced, simply called Mortal Kombat X.
Mortal Kombat 10 or X.
So 90s kids, rejoice because NetherRealm Studios and Warner Brothers Interactive Entertainment, also known as Weeby, announced the 10th Mortal Kombat this very morning.
Phil's not really a 90s kid though, he's more of an 80s kid.
Phil transcends time.
Whoa. I mean, I spent a lot of time at the arcades in the early 90s playing Mortal Kombat.
Okay, well that's enough of Phil for the rest of the show. So we don't have a lot of specific gameplay details yet, but boy howdy can we analyze the shit out of this brand new trailer. So let's do it.
Sure can. First of all, Scorpion Sub-Zero.
Whoa!
How very unexpected that the series' most two iconic characters would return.
Aside from that, there are hints buried in the all CG trailer. Lawrence, why don't you give us a few of those?
Well, X-ray moves are back.
What? These are my favorite. This is my favorite part of the new Mortal Kombat.
I think those are worse than fatalities.
They're so cool.
It looks like stage interaction is going to be a big deal again. Ed Boon puts this in almost every fighter he makes. There's previous Mortal Kombat, Injustice had this a bunch. You can see Sub-Zero grab a branch and freeze it, use it as a weapon, and also swing around on a branch like an Olympian.
Cool.
So odds are the stages of Mortal Kombat X will have a lot of interactivity that will factor into the fights.
Yes, of course. That's kind of a modern staple of fighters now. And it wouldn't be a game announcement without generic quotes about how awesome the next game will be. So here we go. MKX will include new characters, new game modes, and an all-new graphics engine. Said Ed Boon, yeah.
Right, well, Mortal Kombat 9 and Injustice were both on the Unreal 3 engine, since this is hitting Xbox 360 and PS3, that pretty much rules out the Unreal 4 engine.
Right, because you can't put that on the last-gen systems.
Correct.
Right? So either the game will have two different versions, a la Assassin's Creed, or it'll be on an entirely new engine. My theory is that's going to be on Unreal 4 on Xbox One and PS4, and Unreal 3 on 360 and PS3, but I don't know, I could be wrong.
Right, and for some silly reason, Lawrence put CryEngine in the script. Why would you do that?
I'm just speculating on commonly licensed engines. CryEngine is one that does make the rounds slightly, but really what I'd expect Warner to do is find their own internal engine to use on all their projects.
Either way, engine speculation really doesn't amount to much. Fighters can translate perfectly across hardware as the graphics can be dialed back very, very easily.
Right, it's gonna be for PS4, Xbox One, PS3, Xbox 360, and PC, and it'll come out sometime in 2015, so there's plenty of time to either do a port or make it work across all consoles.
Definitely, we're gonna see some gameplay next week at E3, which we're all very excited about. Here's a question to you. Which character do you want to see return?
Rated!
And
God damn it.
I didn't even get to finish the question. Which
Baraka.
character?
Look, just because you're dying of some weird disease that they
Nightwolf.
can't find a cure to,
Quan Chi.
but it's taking like 85
Striker.
years,
Tanya.
doesn't mean you can just yell out names of characters. So like we said, gameplay is coming soon, and yes, we're all very much excited for new Mortal Kombat. All the X-ray moves still make me kind of
The best. They are the best. They're so cool.
It's just like a Game of Thrones episode every day in your living room. All the cracking and the blowing up.
All right, on to your trailers. We got two. Phil really likes these two.
Yeah!
All right, here's the first one. Homefront, the Revolution announcement trailer.
I'll take it. Hey.
All right, sure.
Hey.
Phil?
It's a guy walking down the street and he has some flyers, then a bomb blows up and some shit happens.
Was this all in game? Is that what it's gonna look like?
No, absolutely.
You sure? It's CryEngine.
True, but probably not. I just want to know what the story is.
What the fuck? Do you just glance at these things?
So
like,
this is, you can't see Phil. Phil's off camera. That's him excited.
Yeah.
That's
I
him
was very
excited
pumped.
about it.
I got the email like around 6:30 this morning. I was like, I gotta get to work ASAP. And then on top of that, I got Mortal Kombat today.
Yes, you do. Hey.
Yeah. All right, Mortal Kombat
Thanks
X.
for
That's the announcement trailer. That's the second one.
I'm assuming that's your Phil's pick of the day, right?
Most definitely. Do you have time for me to get my poster real quick?
Yes, I do.
Hold on.
Wow.
Wow,
That's kind of cool. Did that come with a Game
This
Pro?
is what
did.
94. That's authentic GamePro magazine.
Who's the guy?
It's not even around anymore.
Who are those guys?
Raiden, Baraka, Molina.
The girl looks bored. Everybody else.
Scorpion.
The girl also
Wow.
she looks like a transvestite. Well, she has a nasty face.
Meat.
Girl.
Meat.
Goro.
Mocap.
Mocap is not a character.
No, the mocap man was in there.
Mocap was a character.
That shows you.
Ken and Ryu.
Yeah.
It was a stunt guy who was in his mocap suit.
I want that dinosaur from Primal Rage.
Yeah. Which one, Blizzard?
Doesn't matter. It's all
Blizzard wasn't a
stupid.
dinosaur. He was a Sasquatch.
In closing, we're very
Talon.
excited about Mortal Kombat X.
Everyone, welcome to Tuesday. Hi.
All right, let's do this. Here we go. Tuesday, come on.
And your first thing started today. We are asking the question: is the iPhone better than your game console?
What? That can't be possible.
That's not how you answer a question.
There's no way. So Tim Sweeney took the stage at WWDC 14, that's the Worldwide Developers Conference yesterday, to demonstrate Metal, a new 3D API that's designed to replace OpenGL, which was their graphics standard before.
Currently being used with Linux as well.
Yeah, that's true.
The demo is called Zen Garden, and holy hell, it is pretty.
Yeah, that's true.
It includes all the 3D graphics, bells and whistles that we come to expect. Particle systems, water, schools of fish with
yeah.
AI, and soft shadows. Remember, when you get close to the fish, they move away.
They move away. So essentially the demo looks as good as a Xbox 360 or a PlayStation 3, but it's running on an iPad.
Right, that's kind of mind-blowing.
Yeah.
So how can they get away with this? Well, the answer's in the name.
Lawrence, tell us about the name Metal.
Well, basically, it lets programmers go right to the metal of the hardware and ask the system to do things directly for it. Typically, the way APIs work is you ask the system to do something for you, it'll ask something else, and then it'll ricochet all the way back up with the answer you wanted. This lets them go right to the source. It's a lot more efficient.
Yeah, it's kind of like what the PlayStation 4 did with GDDR5 RAM. If you remember, they accessed that video RAM directly, made the system much, much faster.
Once again, this is why consoles are always kind of appealing, because it is a dedicated gaming machine. Epic Games isn't the only gaming company, though, on board with Metal. So Crytek, EA, and Unity are all developing demos for the API as well.
Right, given that, it's not unreasonable to expect CryEngine, Frostbite Engine, or Unreal 4 on iOS at some point in the future. Not right away, but it'll take a little bit.
Of course, but it begs the question, if the iPad can produce visuals like this already, and gaming companies like Epic and EA are already working with it, will your mobile phone replace gaming consoles?
And we here at Inside Gaming say, yes!
Oh yeah, totally.
It will. Your phone's gonna replace your console. You ready for that?
What console?
I saw an Xbox
I'm a
in your living
PC
room.
Master Race boy.
So the answer is yes, but the real question is when?
Right, that's true.
We've speculated about this kind of future before, and of course it always comes down to the same thing. Your mobile device will be everything. Video player, music player, game player, all the players.
It's gonna do all of them. It'll sync to any display around you and all your media will play right through that. The question is, will your mobile device work as well as a dedicated console? Lawrence is very passionate about this subject, so tell us why it won't, Lawrence.
Because a product that's designed to do one thing will always be better at that one thing than a product that's designed to do 800 things.
Yep.
At least that'll be the case in the near future. We've seen years of terrible games that on mobile device that try to emulate console, and they can't because first of all, they don't run that well because the API is too abstract. And second of all, because touchscreen controls aren't designed to do the same thing that buttons are.
But wait, hold on a second. So don't we have those Moga controllers we can hook up through like Bluetooth and all that?
We sure do, but oh god, if there is a good one out there, I have yet to use it, and I've been trying. God help me.
Adam likes them.
I think it's fine. You can even hook up a PlayStation 3 controller to your Android device and it works just fine.
Some games are well tuned for it, but like fast games, Twitch games, games that require precision, they don't work on touchscreen. And they could work on a controller, but I'm waiting for a Bluetooth controller that's not laggy as fuck.
Yeah, I tend to agree with Lawrence on this one. I think he's right. I've been trying to use, like you do the first-person shooters on an iPad with the touch controls. It never works. It absolutely never works. So
Right, but I think ultimately what we're all talking about is this thing that we're experiencing, which I'm calling the great in-between. It is a time where we're all starting to see the beginnings of where tech will go. It's a small chip that's going to be in your brain that tells the government where you are at all times, so the American dream of living in a dystopian cyberpunk universe can finally be achieved.
We did it. Yes!
that's right. I can't wait for that chip in my brain.
The robot took my baby.
On your game, let's do good. Brett!
Imagine the terror of being alone. No, that's you already. Okay, well imagine how boring space is, then realize the true fright. That this is only the beginning of shitty games that come from Kickstarter. Oh, sick new Worms game. Looks like 1998 is still making these. Fucking remove this, take your leave. Here's a game about ghosts, so it's probably the best. Ghosts are my favorite type of white people, because they're the only ones if you ignore them, they'll just stop. This Fedora warrior is looking for a nice girlfriend to ignore him too. Then we got some gay Nintendo game, who cares, that's it.
We're going to try this first look with the Enemy Front, the multiplayer trailer.
This game looks like it's from 2002. So.
Straight out of the 90s.
2014.
We watched this
Comes
trailer.
out next Tuesday.
We watched this trailer. It didn't.
It is a World War II first-person shooter. Who said yes to this?
The people over at Bandai Namco.
No wonder.
A man in a cryogenic
Gotta shoot
machine?
something. Next trailer.
Wow.
All right, the Batman Arkham Knight Batmobile Battle Mode. That's a lot of bats. Batman Arkham Knight Batmobile Battle Mode trailer.
Well, the game just got delayed till 2015 officially,
Damn
so
it.
they had to make up for it with something.
Yeah.
And it's a car that will murder you if you break the law.
Well, Batman doesn't kill people.
Sure looks like he does.
What are the other Batmobile modes? I think there's like race car mode,
There's race car mode.
gay pride parade mode,
I was gonna say there's cruising mode.
cruising mode,
Yeah,
where he's just like can call out the chicks.
Yeah. Have you ever had a boner that hurts?
Yes. Yeah, of
All
course.
the time. Every
Like
day.
every single morning I wake up.
Yeah.
It's right now.
Sex hurts.
When I
You're
have
not
a-
supposed to enjoy it.
Boner.
Ow!
It should be nothing but pain.
Like more length of time or length of boner? Because when my boner is super long, it hurts a lot more.
What kind of penis do you have?
The best guy!
Yeah, really.
It's like the vine that comes out in Mario.
Yeah.
If someone jumps up behind you and gives you a little pop on the bun,
It's really frustrating actually because it happens constantly. I don't want it to, and I hit my head on the ceiling.
Hey everyone, welcome back to the show for Wednesday.
Hey, Spool! Can you see Spool in the corner of the screen here? You don't need to move it. Oh! Watch out!
Oh gosh.
So your first story for today, there is none whatsoever, but
That's
E3 is looming right around the corner.
And a few days away.
And we're so scared.
We are really, really scared.
So speaking of E3, we thought we'd talk about it and why this year's E3 is gonna blow you away.
Nice job. So rather than do stupid E3 predictions, we at Inside Gaming thought we'd dig into some E3 history and show you why you'll see some of the biggest games of this generation at E3 2014.
Right. So before we get started, let's go back in time, all the way to the year 2000, when many of you were born. So this is when the PlayStation 2 was released.
But only in Japan.
Of course, that's the that's number one happy place in the world.
In the E3 immediately following that console launch in July, Metal Gear Solid 2 was announced.
Of course, and
That's okay.
Oh, you can clap.
It's
You can clap.
okay. That's a big game then for kids.
There was also nothing else to play on the PS2 at the time. You had
There was a fireworks game.
Yeah, Panavision.
That's all you can play. It's awful.
And the same was said of the Xbox. That was released in November 2001, but then at E3 2002.
Yes, this is when it got really interesting because now all of a sudden Microsoft was a player in the game,
Yes.
and people were wondering, can this thing play anything else other than Halo,
No.
and is it worth owning? The answer was yes. Tom Clancy's Splinter Cell was announced, Ninja Gaiden, and Panzer Dragoon Orta. Yeah.
Lawrence, why was Panzer Dragoon Orta a big deal?
It ended up not being, but at the time, I mean, this was 14 years ago. Japan was still like the biggest thing for game dev, and everybody had fond memories of Panzer Dragoon on the Sega Saturn for some reason. So it seemed like a big get for Microsoft to have Panzer Dragoon on the Xbox. Turned out to not be.
So that's the most time anybody's talked about Panzer Dragoon in 14 years.
Good job. Wow. All right, so let's move forward in time just ever so slightly to November 2005. This is when the Xbox 360 launched before all the other consoles.
yeah.
So at E3 2006, this is when Halo 3, Grand Theft Auto 4, Gears of War, and many other games were announced.
That was a huge E3. I actually remember that was I think the first time I was like, I actually have to buy an Xbox 360. Like I wasn't going to, and I ended up doing it.
And it is often mentioned that 2007 was one of the best years in gaming with all the games that did come out that year.
That's right.
Most of them were announced the previous year.
Right, so the PlayStation 3 came out in November 2006, and then of course the E3 immediately following that console launch, you got Metal Gear Solid 4, Gran Turismo 5, Killzone 2, and Uncharted. All
Panzer
in one.
Dragoon.
And no Panzer Dragoon.
They actually came out and said, we are not announcing Panzer
And everybody
Dragoon.
went, whoa, thank God!
Yeah.
Oh man, that's good. Woo, that was close. So 2007 was a huge year for games. That was probably one of the biggest years ever of all time.
Yeah, keep in mind games like BioShock, Assassin's Creed, and Uncharted. Oh, there's way too many. And yes, Halo 3 came out that year.
Yes.
The reason for all this is simple though. Launch games suck.
Yes, they always do.
And that's typically what you see the year of release.
Right, the year after is when developers have had time to get used to the brand new hardware and then can release the well-designed products. That's why the E3 immediately following the console launch is always better than the actual launch.
Crimson Dragon launched with the Xbox One. We just want to make that clear.
It was called Crimson Dragon.
What'd I say?
Panzer Dragoon.
Doesn't matter.
All right, all that established, now that we've kind of showed you that the E3 is really big after the console launch, let's do some stupid E3 2014. Didn't we say we were going to do these?
We're gonna do them.
You liar!
First game to be announced is Panzer Dragoon.
Oh! Shut up! That's not in the script!
Sega's gonna come out, announce their all-new console that will only play one game.
The first one's Red Dead Redemption 2. We're going to see some Red Dead Redemption 2. Maybe, not at E3, maybe before or after from Rockstar.
Historically, Rockstar doesn't really announce things. They let other people do it and tattoo it to their bodies. But this could potentially happen.
Come
on. Next, a new Legend of Zelda.
Oh!
We've already seen it in tech demo form. It has to happen. And as the years have changed, actually, Nintendo has stepped away from doing a typical press conference.
Yeah.
So we're really just going to see it in a YouTube video but it will be announced.
And Lawrence, you said a new proper Mario. What does that mean?
Well, I mean, New Super Mario U was pretty cool and all, but I think everybody expected that new kind of platform-defining Mario like 64, Sunshine, Galaxy.
Yep.
We haven't really had that on the Wii U yet, and it's got to be coming, right?
I think so.
Where can he go from here? We've done World,
Did we do
Galaxies, Transcend Time.
Super Mario 65.
Up next, everybody says it's an impossibility, but I think it might happen. Borderlands 3.
We're gonna put this one on the low end. We've already got Tales from Borderlands. We got the other Borderlands game.
Borderlands 3!
This one will not go away, but we still want it to happen, and we could will it into existence like Mirror's Edge before it.
Oh yeah, that's right.
Fallout 4, anyone?
Fallout 4, yeah. So this rumor, it's gaining steam, probably mainly because of us, but
Steam!
man.
Valve doesn't go to
Yeah,
E3.
no, what are you talking about? And Joel just went like this. So hopefully we will see a Fallout 4 trailer. It's not going to be like out this year or announced this year.
All they need is just that little hum, that little theme, and just a 4 to pop in. They don't have to clarify what it is.
That's true, that's it. That's all they
And
need
you
to
can
do.
get away with it. Be totally fine.
And then I think this is almost guaranteed at this point. A new Gears of War from Black Tusk.
Of course, that once again,
It's gotta happen,
Just
right?
do this, just some dust, that little theme, and then a 4 comes in.
Well, yeah, that's right. It'll be Gears of War 4.
Could be anything.
Because Judgment was the prequel, right?
Right.
So yeah, this has got to happen.
Moving over to the Sony side of things, a new God of War has to be on the horizon.
Definitely.
Big question is whether there's going to be a new protagonist, something like that. I think the story of Kratos has been told to death.
Yep.
Let's move on.
Mass Effect 4.
You can do this easily. You just do some dust, you put the theme, and then you just have a 4 come in.
Oh, cool.
It's gotta- one of these trailers has to have something in it, right? Other
That's
than
the number
just a
4. All of them have the 4 come in.
And then Lawrence, I think you mentioned this last one.
Oh, The Last Guardian? Yeah, technically it's already been announced, but nobody knows what's going on with it. They say it's still in development. We have no idea if it's ever going to actually become a thing and be sold, but they might re-show it, like re-debut it for PS4. Could happen, who knows?
And then new Sonic. New Sonic, everybody.
Yeah! Year of Sonic!
They already announced a new Sonic, it's called Sonic Boom.
The newer Sonic. Sonic Boom 2.
I've been saving this one for the end, though.
Oh, wait, hold on. He didn't put the description. Nobody knows what it is.
So years ago, there was one of the best games at E3 that ever debuted. It was called Prey 2.
Yeah.
Thank you. I can almost guarantee you they're going to hold off on Dishonored 2 for right now.
Okay.
Arcane Studios, the guys who made Last Dishonored, who are owned by Bethesda, who have been working on Prey 2 for the last few years secretly, will announce that Prey 2 is still in development from a different developer during some sort of press conference. It's just going to be the number 4 coming in through a bunch of dust.
I have good news. We just broke world records. We talked about Panzer Dragoon, the longest anybody's ever done it, and Prey 2. We did it. We did it, everybody. Please, on your trailers, get us to the trailers here. Jeez.
God's sake.
Gauntlet E3 2014 trailer.
Nice.
And your final trailer for today, we got the Dying Light E3 2014 gameplay trailer. It's not even E3 yet, but here it is, early. Let's just say it leaked, and then you'll care. In Prey 1, you got abducted. You were this Native American, no one cared about it. It's kind of a lame concept, blah, blah, blah.
Name was Tommy, it's very important.
Sure,
That's how
it
you're
doesn't
selling
matter.
me on the second one?
No, the second one, you play as a completely different character.
better
who's-
graphics.
No, you were a marshal on a plane that got abducted at the same time as Tommy, and you play as a bounty hunter on this. You're basically Boba Fett.
I just basically
What the
Steven
fuck is
Seagal.
wrong with you
I've
guys?
just been notified. We just broke the same world record again. Whoa! We did it.
I'm gonna bring up the E3 demo and blow your mind. Everyone, welcome to the show for Thursday.
All right, here we go. Thursday. Oh man, I love this show. I love this one.
Right, and your first news for today, it's a very special one because once again we get to tell you, we told you so.
That's right. There's a PlayStation 4 and a PlayStation Vita bundle, and it's basically confirmed at this point.
Right, it's the PlayStation 4 PS Vita Bundaroo.
All right, so starting July 4th, Sony will bundle the PlayStation 4 and the Vita into one single retail package.
This leak comes from 2 different sources. First, it's Amazon France, everyone's favorite France-based Amazon website, who listed the PS4 Vita bundle for $579 or a comma, whatever they use over there.
It's a comma.
99 euros.
Euros, right? That's a lot of money here, but about there, that's the same price as the PlayStation 4 with a Vita. There's a discount of about 40 euros.
So based on the pack shots, it looks like it's just a bundle with the PS4 and the Vita Slim.
Right.
Second, we got the Best Buy circular, which was tweeted by internet rumor hate machine Wario64, who showed a bundle and save pairing the PS4 and the Vita for $559.98.
Now, Lawrence thought this didn't seem like an official bundle. Why is that?
Well, the ad lists 2 separate SKUs, and if you look up those SKUs on Best Buy's website, it turns out to be a PS4 and the Borderlands 2 Vita bundle. So all they're doing is just combining 2 retail products. This isn't a new SKU, which is what we saw on Amazon France.
But why are they doing that then?
My theory is that typically retailers want to clear out inventory before they know a new package is coming. They don't want redundancies. It just clutters up the shelves, it clutters up inventory. So if they give you a slight discount, try to clear out all that old stock before the actual bundle comes in, it all makes sense.
That makes a lot of sense. So actually, our prediction then will be Sony will announce a PS4 Vita bundle at E3 next week.
Oh, why would they do that? It's just a small show, no one watches it.
To make more money.
That's a good idea. So when we originally reported on it almost a year ago, we were right about most of the details, but not all of them.
Right, so we said it would be released in 2013 by the end of the year. It obviously wasn't. We can account for that because of the newly released cheaper Vita, the Vita Slim, that came out earlier this year.
We said it would be around $500. It's actually going to be a bit more, probably closer to $560 in the US and 580 euros.
And we even speculated that they would give you Vita games with it. I think that you just happened to say that offhand. And lo and behold, it looks like you might get Borderlands on the Vita with the bundle.
Yeah, I usually just drink and then say things. And they happen.
Early in the morning?
What time is it?
On to your trailers, we got the Borderlands pre-sequel Moondance trailer.
Yes, this is actually done by a good friend of ours, Mikey Newman, over from Gearbox.
Woo!
He wrote the first game.
Oh, that's right.
And he cut this together with dance sequences from Harmonix.
It's really good. We actually watched this trailer, so we don't need Phil to talk about it.
Cool.
Shut up. And last we get the Middle-earth Shadow of Mordor, the E3 2014 trailer. Once again, it's not E3 yet. These trailers just keep coming out and spoiling everything for you.
Phil?
What?
He stabs the man, right?
What is it?
It's a trailer, a cinematic trailer.
Duh.
Saying
It's real
that,
good.
That the
You
lead character's
stupid
coming to
sack
get
of
ya.
shit.
Oh, Jesus.
Everything is-
Slitting throats and
There we go. Now we're talking details.
Whose throats?
the bad guys.
Why are they bad? Because they're ugly? That's not fair.
It's the way they were born.
Exactly. That's what I'm saying. We're on the same page.
Racist.
No, orcs aren't born. They're spawned out of hatcheries.
Ugh.
They're the unholy alliance between Sauron and Morgoth.
And you give a shit for collecting X-Men cards? I remember, because do they do like the power levels on the back of the cards on some of them?
Yeah.
Remember Thanos was like, his were like going off the charts, and they're like, no one can stop him. And I was like, this doesn't seem like a fair character.
Well, and Ricky, which story do we want to do?
We should just do
These are X-Men cards. Shut up.
just do a game, or is it?
No, they're just cards. You just collect the cards. It's just cool art.
Why?
For fun, because you're 13 and you're spool.
Hey everyone, welcome back to the show for Friday. Your first desire today, the Xbox One is faster now without the KINECT.
Oh man, KINECT ruins everything. Confirmed! So if you're one of those wonderful people on the internet screaming about the difference between 900p and 1080p resolutions on your consoles, your day just got a little brighter.
Right, an update to the Xbox One SDK, which stands for the Software Development Kit. You learn something new every day, opens up an additional 10% GPU performance and power for games.
Ah, so where does all of this come from, this 10%? The KINECT, baby.
The KINECT's a baby?
I mean, a little bit. According to statements issued by Microsoft, the Xbox One previously reserved 10% of its GPU processing to operate the KINECT. That's 8% for KINECT Video and 2% for KINECT Voice.
Interesting. This doesn't mean the KINECT is completely dead though, just that developers can choose to use it or not. Microsoft said in a statement to Eurogamer, accessing the additional GPU resources is done by the developer, and how developers choose to access the extra GPU performance for their games is up to them.
So the question is, Lawrence, why didn't they do this earlier?
You can kind of read between the lines based on how Microsoft has operated to this point. It's pretty clear that they really wanted to push the KINECT. I mean, you had to buy one with the Xbox. So if they're going to force consumers to have it, it makes sense that they would also force developers to have it. It's kind of like, well, you can't use this resource for anything else but KINECT, so you might as well.
Of course, well, keep in mind, Microsoft dumped a shitload of R&D into this thing.
Yeah, they did.
So of course they're going to push it out to you in the second iteration, but unfortunately, other than Xbox On, this still doesn't work.
Hold on. I think I can do it this time. You ready?
Try it.
Xbox on. Fuck! You gotta be shitting me.
PlayStation on.
Nope, it didn't work.
Can Phil do it?
Xbox on.
Rob?
Xbox on.
Oh, that.
I didn't even understand that.
So what Microsoft is learning very quickly, you cannot force people to use a product they don't want to use.
Right, Microsoft seems to be coming around to this fact, possibly tied to Phil Spencer's promotion to head of Xbox back in March.
Remember this time last year, right before E3 when Xbox One made everybody angry with all their used games and the digital talk and all that stuff?
It's been a complete 180.
I mean, it really has. They've done a really good job, actually.
So the big question, though, is how much will this actually matter? Lawrence?
Not a lot, to be honest. I mean, it's a 10% bump is nice, but the Xbox One is really like a typical PC. If you overclock your GPU by 10%, you could be looking at an additional 45 frames per second in a game at best.
Barely.
That's only if the GPU is bottlenecking your entire system.
So what you're saying is the E3 demo that we saw of Watch Dogs in 2012 is now a possibility by getting rid of the Kinect.
We did it!
Excellent job, Microsoft.
Graphics mean everything.
And also, we should clarify that if you disconnect your Kinect from your Xbox One, you're not going to get a 10% bump in performance. Because people were saying, what? You just unplug it and it'll work? No, that's not the way it works. It's now up to the developers to choose whether or not they want to use that 10% for their game or for the Kinect.
Thousands of children are unplugging it, screaming at their Xbox.
Come on, go faster!
And they can't hear you because you unplugged it.
It's like the Nintendo 64 expansion pack.
I borrowed Majora's Mask from a friend, and I booted it up, and it's like, da-da-da, you need a power pack. And I call him like, what's this power pack nonsense? And he's like, and I'm like, is that Perfect Dark in the background? He's like, I gotta go.
All right, on your trailers, we got two. Oh, this is a real thing when I read this in the script.
Good.
Crimes and Punishments.
New Sherlock thing, right?
Yeah, it was announced like last year.
That can't be good grammar. Crimes and Punishments.
That's the title of the
It's a
game.
sequel.
Look for it this September.
It's real?
Does he work for them?
I think, yeah, find it on store shelves, usually at supermarkets.
There's a Phil's pick?
This game's awesome. It's gonna be awesome. Solve mysteries and puzzles.
And punishments.
Is this the game
You deal with
where
punishment.
Watson just appears directly behind you anytime you turn around?
Yes.
And finally, we got the Battlefield Hardline, the Into the Jungle trailer.
Yes!
Wait, this one's your pick?
I added that, and I put it in the wrong place to make it look like it's Phil's pick.
Well, this should be the Phil's pick. It's a Battlefield Hardline.
It should be, but it's not.
Okay, here's the thing. One of these is an actual video game.
But which one? That's the real mystery.
Oh, man, nice job, Phil.
Hey, do you like conferences where people talk about video games?
And do you like my face and his face?
No.
No, neither. So we're covering E3 all next week, so our schedule's gonna be off a little bit, but lots of gameplay, lots of fun stuff, so keep an eye out for that. Show will resume, what, week afterwards?
A week
whatever?
afterwards, yeah. But next Monday, we're going to be doing a Mystery Science Theater thing where we talk over all the press conferences all day. We sit in the same spot and fart. It's going to be great.
So if you like press conferences and want
farts.
to hear three jackasses talk over it the whole time, watch us.
They're not going to.
No.
You can't sing that! You can't sing that!
Oh, yeah, that's right. It's copyright. It's Zane's birthday today. It's our sound guy. So we'll count him in. 3, 2, 1.
It's a birthday day for Zane.
God,
He's
birthday.
the best
He's
guy who
really
can
What?
Oh, man. All right.
Is it weird that I'm touching it?
I didn't get no birthday song.
Hey everyone, welcome to the show for Monday. Hi!
Here we go, E3, let's go, come on!
Hey, your first news over today. Yes, we are recapping the first press conference of today, Microsoft and the old Xbox.
Yeah, Microsoft exhibited a new games first mentality at E3 today, showing nothing but games for their entire 90-minute demo.
I like this new concept of listening to people and when they tell you, show the goddamn game. So yeah, no huge surprises here, but lots of rumors definitely confirmed.
Yes.
So first of all, the Halo 5 Guardians beta will start in December.
Yeah, that's
And
awesome.
This came along with some really interesting news, along with the fact that the game will be running on dedicated servers at 60 frames per second.
Right.
Very good news.
We don't have many details beyond that and this sweet-ass trailer. Oh yeah, that's right, there's a tiny little trailer for
You
multiplayer.
get like a what is it? You get a little power punch.
Oh yeah, there's a power punch.
Pretty much,
It's all cinematic.
You can slide and punch people. We're interested.
How does it feel? Does it feel good?
It feels great.
Okay.
I'm excited.
Good.
I've been up for like a day and a half, so I'm going crazy. So the question is, how do you get into this beta at the end of this year?
Lawrence.
The Halo Master Chief Collection. It's a real thing.
Hey, yeah, we talked about that. What is that going to include?
Well, it's got the Halo 1 Combat Evolved Anniversary that already came out. They're re-releasing Halo 2 with the anniversary treatment, so HD, new textures, all that kind of thing. And then an up-res re-release of Halo 3 and 4, so basically all the games that have Master Chief in them.
And I think we didn't see a price for this announced, but I've heard it's $60 for all Halo games.
So apparently Halo 2 is getting the full anniversary revamp, which includes the original Halo 2 multiplayer,
Yeah.
which they showed in HD form. They showed a little bit of gameplay. and it sounded like that's going to be for all of them.
Yes, that's what it sounded like to me.
Yeah.
They said, what was it, over 100 Halo maps?
Something like that. It's
That's
insane.
ridiculous.
It's a little too much. There's so many more questions we have for this thing. Hopefully, we're going to find out during the show.
Yes. So is that not enough Halo for you?
Yeah, no.
More Halo!
Yeah. So Halo Nightfall will be the live-action miniseries from Ridley Scott.
That'll be cool.
And some other guy, Sergio something or another. So aside from Halo news, though, we saw tons of interesting new games demoed.
Yeah, so we'll recap the whole press conference for you, at least the stuff, the highlights for us.
Let's get to it.
Sunset Overdrive was awesome.
Yep,
That was
looked
so,
great.
so good. We were really surprised at how good this looks.
It was very well done with the parody trailer, making fun of the typical military man, which came after the Call of Duty trailer.
Yeah, then you
gameplay
get the sweet, totally rad punk 90s bro dude super slams him hard and starts rail grinding. I mean, like,
Looks fun.
there was a lot of really, really cool retro brew stuff in there. So.
Next up, this one was kind of a surprise. Assassin's Creed Unity showed off 4-player co-op mode, which appeared to be in the single player. So it was a 4-man assassin team breaking into an aristocratic mansion and then tossing some dude into the masses.
Oh yeah, that's right. And then he killed him and jumped off his head.
His head's
off his head.
gone.
Gosh, that was so cool though. That's why it's called Unity, because you got all 4 players together.
There it is. And graphically, the game just looked amazing.
There's another Crackdown, everybody! I'm forcing myself to be excited about this.
What?
It's fun. It's dumb, stupid.
Lawrence, why should I be excited about Crackdown?
You can throw C4 on things and blow them up. You like
We
orbs?
saved the city!
No, we blew the city up.
I feel like about orbs.
During all the Halo news, parts of my body were rising. Speaking of rising, Rise of the Tomb Raider was announced.
Jeez.
Lawrence.
Took me a while to get there, but I made it. So Lara seems to be, or I guess Lara?
Lara.
So Lara seems to be mentally unstable from the killing and all the adventuring from the last game, and I'm sure that will affect her for the first 15 minutes until she goes off and kills a bunch of other dudes, and it makes her sad in the third one.
I was gonna say, is it the Rise of the Tomb Raider therapy edition? Does she just do therapy for 15, 20 minutes?
That'd be cool.
I don't understand.
When did your daddy touch you? She's like, he didn't touch me. He's like, when did he hit you? He didn't hit me.
Let's have sex. There's also the Division demo, which looks better and better every time I see it.
They close another door.
Yeah, and there's some snowflakes. It looked very pretty.
It's pretty. Very pretty.
And there's also...
Super Ultra Dead Rising 3 Arcade Remix Hyper Edition EX Alpha Plus.
You missed it. EX Plus Alpha Dash. You didn't.
I messed it up?
You got it wrong.
Oh man, I got so close.
And then that was it, basically. Just
That was-
Dead
that was-
Rising 3 DLC.
That was the thing. It's Capcom making fun of itself and all the silly names.
And it definitely would not be a cred gathering E3 without a sizzle reel of indie games.
We got Ori and the Blind Forest. Say the next one.
Phantom Dust.
Inside from the Limbo devs.
Cuphead.
That looks badass. Surprisingly, there was no Gears of War demo or even really an announcement. All we saw was a flashing
Logo.
card.
Yeah. How is that possible?
And sadly, very little Halo 5 info. Just that teaser for the Halo 5 beta.
I know.
Got a little bit of a look at the new character,
man.
who's looking at the Master Chief's exploits
You
from
mean
Halo 2.
Cortana in
It's
the
not-
suit?
They already said it's a
You
guy.
mean Cortana in the suit?
Look, the Arbiter's voice was in it.
You mean Arbiter in the suit?
It pretty much means he's confirmed, like I already said. That's what's going to happen. Damn it.
Well, next year will probably be Halo 5's time to shine. For now, they're just kind of teasing you in the beta. Yeah, I think if you pre-order the Master Chief Collection, you get into the beta this December.
Regardless, you've got basically the remaking 4 of the best games, at least in my opinion, in the first-person genre.
Yeah.
I love it.
Yeah, so
I'll play it.
So Lawrence, this is exactly what we asked for Microsoft, right? Last year?
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, everybody was all bummed out because they were focusing on TV and entertainment and taking over the living room, and everybody's like, no, we want, at E3, it's all about games. Please just show games and shut up. And that's exactly what they did. It only took them 1 year, but they learned.
And so I honestly didn't think there was much bad about this press conference. I thought it was fun to watch 90 minutes of gameplay and trailers and stuff.
I, as a very cynical person, feel weird that I have nothing to complain about.
Yeah, it's very
strange. I wish there was more motion control and something for me to cringe at.
Yeah, that's right. They didn't show any Kinect either.
They didn't have any children pretending to play Star Wars or playing with tigers. It was very disappointing.
Good job on not giving us any material, motherfuckers.
Material?
Oh, he means like comedy material.
Oh, I know. It's sad.
So that's why this episode's not funny. Sorry, guys.
Figured out.
Making our jobs hard.
There's a lot of cool stuff. Your trailers today include pretty much everything we talked about, so be sure to click out and check out all of those. There are so many today, and even more coming out later with EA's press conference, Ubisoft, and Sony later today.
That's why Phil's not here. He said he's busy.
He's just cranking away.
No, he's not busy. Phil's never busy. I don't think. What does Phil do here? Do you have any idea?
He brings cookies.
That's true.
He does. He brings cookies.
Wouldn't the assassin technically be the guy that cut off his head? They just
No.
threw him out a window.
Yeah, but the assassins were the cause of his death.
I want to play as the guy in the crowd.
I was thinking, if you're an assassin, you push a guy in front of a train. Does that make the train the assassin?
No, the train driver.
Do you play as him?
We have to stream in like 20 minutes.
Oh yeah, go. Everyone, welcome to the show Tuesday. Hi.
Yeah, all right, and we are at E3 2014. First day, let's do this.
Let's recap all the stuff that happened at the end of the show. First, let's talk about the biggest announcement from last night, in my opinion, the re-announcement of GTA 5 on next-gen consoles, current gen, and PC.
We did it.
Thank you.
Oh man, even Kale's
Thank you,
excited
thank you.
about it. Oh, so
Tell me
excited.
more about this.
All right, so here we go. Today, we're proud to announce that the critically acclaimed and record-breaking Grand Theft Auto 5 is coming this fall to PlayStation 4, Xbox One, and PC.
Yay.
Oh man, so they're saying GTA 5 is going to take full advantage of the next-gen systems. There's going to be across-the-board graphical and technical improvements to deliver a stunning new level of detail.
Right,
What do you think that means?
I think, based on the trailer that we saw, plants are going to look nicer.
Yes.
Franklin's face is going to look really great.
Yeah.
And the draw distance looks goddamn amazing, and traffic is even more traffic-y.
More traffic?
Even more
I don't think
traffic.
I don't think we can handle that.
It's got to be more like LA. My biggest question, though, announcing this thing for PC, mods. Are we going to see any kind of mod support? Was that announced at all?
How can they possibly avoid the mods?
Lawrence?
Oh, they can't get around it. I mean, it's inevitability. Everything that's on PC gets cracked wide open. It's just a matter of time, even if they want it or not. And I think they're smart enough to know that, really.
It's true. It's definitely coming. It's definitely. I mean, it has to be.
I was going to say, now that Games for Windows Live is dead, which was the biggest barrier between getting mods, and now that they have no other place to go really other than Steam and what, the Windows 8 store? They have to basically have some kind of Steam Workshop support, right?
Yes.
Right.
Lawrence?
I'm just concerned about, it seems like mods are kind of in conflict with their GTA Online plans, because they want people that want like derp and fun to go on GTA Online and then be like, oh, that guy's got a cool car, I want one too, I'll spend money for GTA bucks. That's the revenue model. So mods seem to be in conflict with that, but maybe Rockstar's going to be a little more open about it.
Well, regardless, the announcement did happen last night, and we know that the game is coming back out again this fall.
Right. Fall 2014.
We
no
don't
date.
have no exact release date.
Yeah.
Little tease though, this Friday we're going to be doing a live stream with Rockstar playing GTA Online with you guys, and we're going to be asking them a few questions about it, so hopefully get some answers.
Cool. All right. So let's move on to the rest of the press conferences yesterday. Just quickly recap them.
So first up, EA came out. They had the Dragon Age Inquisition trailers,
those are cool.
Mass Effect tease,
Yeah.
and then a new game that Casey Hudson is working on that is not Mass Effect related.
But it was still a hint at Mass Effect 4.
Yes, there was that, and there's another thing.
Right,
They're doing
yeah.
a new IP.
Yeah.
It's not Mass Effect.
Whatever.
Oh, whatever. Overall, EA showed off a lot of things that were still in development, and in wireframe mode.
Wingsuits!
No, there's wingsuits racing with ATVs, racing with hang gliders, racing with boats, racing with the biggest racing game in the world. It was James's favorite game, right, James?
We're working on something. Sorry.
Battery's dead, you know.
That's what we're working on.
And then, of course, they finished up the EA press conference with Battlefield Hardline, and they revealed that the beta is open right now.
Of course, go play right now.
Yeah.
Also Mirror's Edge.
They started the press conference with Battlefront, but it was so hard to actually see what was going on with Battlefront. It was just a bunch of render images.
It's a lot of rendered images.
Whatever.
Next up, Ubisoft came out with a Far Cry 4 trailer teaser something. Lawrence, explain what happened in this one.
Well, it's actually pretty new and groundbreaking for a Ubisoft trailer. So there was a magnanimous bad guy who delivered a speech about being crazy.
What?
And then he killed someone.
What?
While the protagonist looked on silently.
No.
Yeah, it's pretty new stuff. I'm really excited for this one.
But this guy's Asian, right?
Apparently. I never thought he looked Asian, but I'm colorblind. I don't see race. We're all just humans, man.
Yes, his name is Pagan Min.
Megabyte?
Megabyte is what I called him.
Other games at the Ubisoft press conference include Just Dance 2015, The Division, The Crew, Shape Up, whatever.
Sad Dog Game.
Sad Dog Game.
Sad Dog Game.
It's called Valiant Hearts. All that
So
stuff.
sad. We all cried.
But the big surprise was showing Tom Clancy's Rainbow Six Siege, no longer called Patriots.
Oh, so cool.
The entire house can be blown up with bullets.
We actually got to talk to the developers last night. They were so excited about this game. In turn, they made us very excited to play. I'm really looking forward
It's
to it.
almost as if that is their job.
No, they were developers. Developers are typically very nerdy and Aspergery. And then moving on to the Sony press conference, there was, of course, the GTA 5 reveal we saw.
Of course.
We saw the Uncharted 4 trailer at the very end. And then Mortal Kombat.
Mortal Kombat!
Yeah, and don't forget Batman.
Oh, yeah, Batman was awesome, too.
Yeah, that Gotham City looks goddamn amazing. Warner Brothers had two really good games in the show. Kind of blew everyone away. Overall, Sony's press conference, a lot of good stuff, a lot of stuff we didn't care about.
I was gonna say, we're saving you a lot of time. There was about 2 hours of Sony press conference, and they showed 5 good games, I want to say.
Possibly. Just kept reiterating, we're better than you. You already bought our stuff. Also, Destiny Bundaroo.
Oh yeah, Destiny as well.
We did it.
On your gamer this week, Brett. Say it.
E3 is here, so of course the best shits are gonna be dropping this week. First is this one, Enemy Front, the best part of an enemy. It's the part that's got the gun, the dick, and the boobies. Other than that, it's just a fucking World War II game. Ugh, that's it. Okay, bye games.
Room team!
Moving over trailers. First up, we got, there's just so much on the channel. Just go check it out. Go check out all of those.
Holy fuck!
There's a Doom trailer.
Okay.
Awesome.
There's a new Zelda trailer that just came out.
Hey Lawrence, what do you think is in the Doom trailer?
It's just gonna be like an electric guitar, like na 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 na, and then the Doom logo is gonna fade in, and that's it.
That's it? That's all?
I promise that's it. I haven't seen it, but that's probably it.
We did it.
That's not kind of boring.
I agree.
All right.
It's a teaser, Bruce.
All right.
The game doesn't exist yet.
Let's go to E3.
We are at E3.
Oh, you're right. Bye, Lawrence.
I love this show.
Would it have a techno soundtrack?
An EDM musical. You could be the first.
With cracking, I would probably rhyme Aiden Pierce with rating fierce. I would probably rhyme Chicago
With?
Chicago. I'm in Chicago with my niece. I'm looking for her with my piece. My piece is just my phone. That's what I call my phone right now. Hey!
Hey everyone, welcome to the show for Wednesday.
Oh! All right, Lawrence, you gotta hump me, and then I'm gonna hump him. You ready? Go. Oh, backwards hump.
Welcome to the professional show Inside Gaming. We're at E3 for our second day, and we are talking about Xbox versus PS4 and who won the press conferences.
All right, so let's go through the exclusives first for the PlayStation 4, The Order. And I just saw The Order yesterday. I saw some gameplay that I don't think everybody has seen yet, and I am very excited about this. Lawrence, maybe, and Adam are not so much. How come?
Well, the stage demo was totally scripted. It's like, shoot at this thing lumbering down a hallway at you. Now hit the triangle to drink the potions, and now shoot at it again.
You're right, you're right. What about you?
I would like to see more gameplay.
Yes, I know.
The other big exclusives at the show included Drive Club, Uncharted 4, which got a little bit of trailer of. Everyone is excited about Little Big Planet 3.
Lawrence is really excited.
Stickers.
Bloodborne, from the guys who made Dark Souls. So
This is Project Beast, right?
gameplay will be coming out soon. Yes, it is now called Bloodborne. But the big standout in terms of exclusives, No Man's Sky.
Lawrence, tell us why it's cool.
Because it's space, and it's rocks, and it's dinosaurs, and lasers.
Man, that's a lot of things. Yeah.
So cool. Procedurally generated and other buzzwords, indie games for Spurgeon.
This looks like Minecraft, but with space and cool and really actually cool. Very cool. Moving on to the Xbox One, here are the exclusives. First, the Halo Master Chief Collection, just for Adam Kovic.
Thank you.
The next one, Sunset Overdrive. All of us were very pleased with this one.
I just love the style of it. I love that like the 90s rad bro dude is coming back. So it's got like crazy punk music, rail grinding, colors. It's nice to have those again.
It's perfect for Retro Bruce. And then also Scalebound. What's Scalebound again?
Scalebound is from Platinum Games. They're making an exclusive. You have monster friends who help you fight other monsters.
Yes.
They are crazy and they make fun stuff, but this one will be an Xbox One exclusive coming sometime next year.
Let me make sure I pronounce this right. Forza Horizon 2. Is that correct?
Got it.
Forza?
Got it. No, say it again.
Forza.
Say it slower.
Forza.
Okay, now say it loud.
Forza.
Yeah.
Oh, that's pretty good. And then, just again for Adam Kovic and for nobody else, Halo 5.
Technically, it was not shown, but technically it was because we got to see Locke, the new antagonist, possibly protagonist in Halo 5, and we got a beta announcement that we'll be able to play multiplayer at the end of this year with the Master Chief Collection getting you into that.
Before we crown a winner between the Xbox One and PS4, we're going to go through kind of the wild cards of E3 as well, because Nintendo is always the wild card. So first up, Wii U. I think we should just give the mic to Lawrence at this point.
All right, Super Smash Brothers. Pac-Man's in it now.
Cool.
Yeah.
Okay, keep going.
There's a new Star Fox.
Sure.
There's Xenoblade Chronicles Cross.
Not X?
Yeah, it used to just be called X. Now it's that.
Okay.
So there you go. New Legend of Zelda.
Yeah! Open world!
It's open world, and you are possibly going to play as Zelda this time.
Not Link.
But no one can tell the difference.
Yes.
The person is blonde.
Anything else?
And sprightly. Let's see here. Bayonetta 2. It's got Bayonetta 1 in it now. That's.
All right, give me the mic. That's it. That's enough.
I didn't talk about Splatoon.
Now we're done.
It's a paint
That's
game.
it. That's it.
You can turn into a squid.
And then, of course, there are a bunch of games that are showing very well on both platforms. We'll go through those really, really quick. Rainbow Six Siege looked fucking awesome. Looked fucking awesome.
Yeah, makes its yearly debut. As always, Assassin's Creed Unity looked fun. It's single-player co-op. We're very excited about this one. People are pissed off that you can't play as a woman. Who knows?
Internet's very mad about that.
They're very upset. Far Cry 4, which I thought also showed very well. It looked like, just a larger Far Cry 3. And Far Cry 3 was a great game.
It's like Skyrim with a white male power fantasy.
And then, of course, Destiny, which we have, actually, Adam's been playing for, 7 weeks now?
Yeah. Unfortunately, Destiny is the best game at this show, and there's no real way to explain why that is. But Thankfully, the open alpha is going to be coming out soon. Everyone's get their hands on it. You will be able to figure out the majesty that is this freaking game. It's
Yes, Joel? Yes?
Sci-fi wizards.
I love sci-fi wizards. And then also Mortal Kombat, wait, is it Cross, 10, or X?
X.
Mortal Kombat X.
X is extreme. Oh, it's so good though.
Tell them why.
Man, new characters, X-ray moves were brutal, man.
They were brutal.
Like you thought
so
they were hard before. This is messed up.
So cool. Batman Arkham Knight, which we finally got to see the Batmobile kind of do some cool stuff. This game we're all going to buy and we're all going to play. So exciting. And then GTA 5.
Yeah, GTA 5 got its HD release coming out in this year. We've been wanting this for a while, and like Mirror's Edge before it, we willed it into existence, so we did it.
And then finally Battlefield Hardline, which is, it kind of looks like an expansion. At the same time, we're all Battlefield fans. We will play it. It looks like fun. All right, it's time to crown a winner. PS4 versus Xbox One. It would not be E3 unless we constructed a conflict between two plastic boxes that play video games. So let's do that. In terms of press conferences, who won, Lawrence?
Microsoft, easily. Definitely. Nothing but games. They were all great. No bullshit. Just games, games, games. Love it.
Definitely. And in terms of games, who won, Adam Kovic?
It's a toss-up, but I'm going to have to give it to Nintendo.
Oh, wow. What? This is PS4 versus Xbox One, Adam.
Wild card, bitches.
Don't forget about COD. Adam, you got to see COD yesterday, right?
Okay, surprisingly, I know everyone wants to hate Call of Duty. It's become a subgenre of itself. The demo was fun. The graphics are freaking amazing. It looks like a movie at this point. Okay. And you got double jumps. It's just silly, stupid fun. And if you like Call of Duty, you know what you're getting into. They did a good job.
So our question to you is, what do you think? Did PS4 win or did Xbox One win in terms of the press conference? Don't say Nintendo like Adam. Don't cop out. Don't do that.
You can be Petulina in Smash Brothers.
And who else?
It's the you can
Who else?
be Mies. There's three
Who else?
types of Mies. You can
Who
be
else?
A brawler.
Who else?
Or a gunslinger.
Who else?
Or a fencer.
Who else? Anybody else?
Pac-Man.
Samus?
Sonic's back, and then it unlocks a character. Joel.
Hey everyone, welcome to the show with Thursday. Hi.
Yeah, let's do this. Thursday at E3, last day.
And today we're talking about trailers and how they lie to you.
So we just found out yesterday that Uncharted 4 trailer was all in-engine, all in-game. It was not a trailer at all. That's crazy. So we've actually noticed the great trend at E3 this year. Instead of seeing fluffed up game trailers like we have in the past, the stage demos have largely been actual in-engine gameplay.
Totally true. So some examples this year of games that were actual in-engine. So like we said before, Uncharted 4, The Order 1886, surprisingly, yes, was in-engine.
No cinematics.
And the all-new Zelda trailer.
Oh yeah, that's right, that's right. That was all in-engine as well.
Correct.
This is a total reversal of the problem we used to have a couple years ago. Why is that, Lawrence?
Basically, game developers would put out these awesome target renders that looked like gameplay, like they would have a crappy HUD and like a gun would be swinging around.
That's right.
If you thought about it, you could kind of tell it wasn't actually gameplay, but a lot of people got tricked. They were like, oh my god, that Call of Duty's amazing. Some specific examples, there's a Killzone 2 thing. That was kind of an infamous.
That was the
hubbub
famous
for a while.
one, yeah.
Yeah, because Sony was being very cagey about whether or not it was actually gameplay.
Right.
And then there was a TV spot for Call of Duty Finest Hour a while ago that nobody remembers, but it was,
I don't remember this at all.
Yeah, it was like a big fancy gussied up CG trailer that was made to look like Call of Duty gameplay. Obviously wasn't. It couldn't look that good.
And for some reason, a lot of dumb people thought that's what their PlayStation 2 would look like.
No, it's not even close. Also, last year, I remember Deep Down?
Yes.
Yeah.
I don't know if that was in engine. I think that was kind of a fake.
Yeah, you're right.
thing.
You're right.
Similar situation, but what they end up showing is good. It's just not that. So like we said, we are here at E3, and the problem is we are looking at all these great trailers and being told that yes, this is all in-engine.
True, that's true.
But remember, recently we just had two problems of this happen just within the last couple of years.
Yep.
Most namely, Watch Dogs
and Dark Souls 2.
Dark Souls 2.
Correct. What was the problem with Dark Souls 2?
It was the lighting, really, that threw everyone off. The trailer had all these cool lighting effects. It had torches, and like everything was super dark.
Yep.
Then the game comes out, everything's a lot brighter. It doesn't have that intense lighting anymore. And there's even some remnants of that in the gameplay. There are these little sconces you can light. It was like, well, that would have made sense if the game had the lighting it did in the trailer.
Yeah,
but now it doesn't, so it's just kind of this weird artifact.
But let's be fair, though. Those games only got a very slight visual downgrade.
Yeah,
They both look great. Watch Dogs looks amazing. Dark Souls 2 looks really, really good.
It's just not what we were shown.
Yeah, it was not what we were shown. That's very true.
So we actually have an advantage being here on the show floor. We have actually seen stage demos and in-person demos for like games like The Order 1886. Bruce?
It was, look, again, it was amazing, and I asked the guy like 3 times, there's no cinematics, right? He's like, there's no video playback at all in the entire game. The whole thing is an engine. I liked that. I thought that was cool.
It's super impressive. This is the tech
Yes.
that we said we'd see this year, and here it is. This is what a PS4 can do.
On the flip side, Uncharted 4 looked amazing, and yes, it was just a cutscene of Drake getting up, but I do trust Naughty Dog.
Still looked
They
great.
always push the tech as far as they can, and I am positive the game will look that good when it comes out. They are not going to lie to us.
Well, what's really interesting about that trailer too is that when they released it, everybody thought it was a trailer. We all was like, oh, this is so cool. They came out later and said, oh no, this is all in game. This whole thing is in game, which I very much appreciate. I like that showmanship.
Definitely.
So.
And Zelda's going to look like Zelda because,
Well, yeah,
Zelda.
but James made a good point. With Zelda, you're not going to be like flying around in a helicopter camera, looking at your horse with laser beams. If you're going to be behind, Zelda or Link riding a horse.
Yeah. So you'll be seeing all of that just from a very more distance view.
Right.
Regardless, while trailers do, for the most part, lie to you,
Yes.
Dead Island,
That's right. Dead Island really likes
this is turning out to be a very positive E3 because the games are actually looking like what they are promising because they're finally figuring out the tech on the dev side, and we're going to be seeing some really good games later this holiday and definitely next year.
So far, so good. But in 6 months, when we report on how Uncharted was not an engine game, then it may not be so good.
Don't yell at us, yell at Naughty Dog.
Moving over to trailers today. First up, we got the Alien Isolation.
Trailer, Joel.
E3 2014 gameplay trailer.
And then what else? What else we got?
We have Crackdown, E3 2014 announcement trailer.
And what else? What else?
We have Halo 5 Guardians multiplayer beta trailer.
These all came out like on Monday.
Yeah, what? These are old, Joel. These are old
Give me
trailers.
something new.
Come on.
Hook me up, Daddy.
I think the Alien one was new. I think, to be fair to Joel.
That's fine.
So 1 out of 3.
Joel's using his phone furiously. Joel.
Hatsune Miku Project Diva F2nd E3 2014 trailer. Sonic Boom Shattered Crystal E3 2014 trailer.
The show has hit an all-time low.
Map 15 Acilia.
Okay, that's enough.
Cilia, Joel. Tales of Cilia.
Kigimi.
Idiot.
Rise of Incarnates.
You're just saying words.
Sonic Q. Shadow of the Labyrinth.
Hey everyone, welcome back to the show for Friday. Hi. Your first and start of today, guess what? Destiny won E3.
Yeah, that's what we say. We say Destiny wins E3. It's okay to clap. It's okay to clap.
We don't need to justify our reasons because we're journalists.
No, we're going to justify it right now.
Because we're not journalists.
Yeah, we're going to justify it right now.
We're just enthusiasts.
So here's the thing. You have to play Destiny. Watching Destiny does not do it justice.
This is true. It's basically Halo mixed with Borderlands, mixed with the Old Republic.
Yes.
And it is, according to Bruce Green,
According to Bruce Green, Bruce Green.
according to television's Bruce Green, this is the first true MMOFPS.
MMOFPS for the people at home.
Yeah.
So Adam's got some alpha keys for Destiny right now. You got to tweet him.
They were nice enough to give me some at the end of the
Yeah, you
show.
got it.
So if you want to play this weekend, hit me up. We also almost named Rainbow Six Siege the winner of E3. We were very close.
Why is that, Lawrence?
It's a huge throwback. It's a very daring game. They're taking out respawns. They're putting in planning. They're basically slowing down the shooter genre again. You've got to work together and think and communicate. And it's just a bunch of stuff that's been stripped out of shooters. So it's great to see all that stuff coming back.
I agree, and it was a huge surprise. Nobody really knew it was coming. We theorized, but it was great to see it actually playable at E3, which was awesome.
During the demo that Ubisoft had, worst SWAT members of all time.
Yeah, that's true.
They fucked that house up.
Yeah, they really did.
Anyway. But besides Destiny being our game of the show, there were plenty of winners and losers throughout the show, so let's cover those now.
Right, so the first one, people who own all 3 consoles and a PC, they are winners.
Yeah, basically everyone had something cool to announce, whether you had a Wii U or a PlayStation, or you just looking for the Oculus Rift. There's a lot of cool stuff coming out for everybody.
And then also Nintendo won, because the only way to win the press conference game is to not play.
True that.
And they didn't do that. They just, the next day, they're like, fuck it, we're in the morning, look at this sweet Zelda. Sweet. And then also, you know what they revealed? What's Splatoon, Lawrence?
It's ink and you run.
Shut up! What's Xenoblade Chronicles Cross? Tom Clancy's Black Ops 2 World at War Patriots Age of Ultron?
There's robots in it.
That's true.
Big ones.
New Zelda, that's all we needed. And crowdsource Mario. Freaking awesome.
Oh yeah, Mario.
I love it. Once again, to reiterate on the winners, pretty much all people who like games.
That's all you guys.
It's everyone in here.
We like video games.
I love them.
James is doing this.
That's fine. We're not so much fans of the pieces of plastic that play the games.
Yes.
No, we actually like the forms of entertainment that keep us happy, i.e. the games.
And the final winner on this list, the Halo fans.
Me,
like
I
Adam
won.
Kovic, because there's lots of Halo. There's Destiny because it comes from Bungie. They originally made Halo. There's so much Halo for you.
Yeah, for years we've been saturated with Army Man shooting brown people. Finally, we're getting back into space.
You mean where an Army Man shoots purple people?
I'll take it.
All right, moving on to the losers of E3. The first one's idiots who partake in the so-called console war.
Yes, actually to quote Phil Spencer from this year's E3, he says, the amount of gamers, more gamers than we've ever seen, playing all kinds of games is a good thing for the console business, meaning that console wars be damned. The point is there's a lot of games and a lot of different way to play games, and everyone gets something.
And Lawrence put this next loser in about Battlefront. Screw you, Lawrence.
That also wasn't me.
I wrote that.
Screw you, Adam.
No, this is we lost. We are losers.
I know, because we only got to see 20 seconds, and it wasn't even really gameplay or anything.
That untextured ATST is looking sweet.
Hey,
sure.
we saw a speeder bike go through the woods of Endor, and damn, those look good.
I would also argue Bruce Green is a loser of E3 because he predicted Fallout 4 would
Shut
be at
up!
E3. He was wrong!
I never said that!
You were wrong!
I'm calling it right now. There's going to be a trailer of Fallout 4.
Fallout 4.
Very into the Microsoft conference. Fallout 4. A Fallout 4 trailer. I never...
Hey!
Wait!
Hi, Brucey boy!
Todd
I couldn't make it out. I was busy.
What were you doing, Todd Howard?
I was working on a new game.
What's it called?
Humor.
Fuck, Todd.
And finally, the biggest losers of the show, any fans of motion controls. Who these people are, I don't know. Go away.
Are there fans of motion controls?
This is the first year where we finally announced it is dead. No more motion control. Unnecessary for anything that we want.
True.
We can all now hail in the era that is virtual reality.
And controllers.
Good old controllers. They ain't broke. Stop trying to slap a fucking ball on top of it.
All right, let's move on to the publisher of the E3 show. These are the best publishers we saw. It's a tie between Weeby, who Lawrence has Mortal Kombat X.
Yeah.
That's
And
all.
Gauntlet.
Weeby also had Middle-earth Shadow of Mordor, which was awesome, Batman Arkham Knight, which was awesome, The Witcher 3, which is actually 20% larger than Skyrim, which is unbelievable,
insane.
and then somebody put Lego Batman 3 in there.
And like we said, it is a tie between Weeby and Ubisoft. Of
course, yeah.
They had an amazing showing. First up with Rainbow Six Siege, blew us all away. Far Cry 4 having 2 different demos.
Huge.
One of which was obviously just a cutscene, but the gameplay was great. And the fact that if you get the game on PS4, if you play with anyone co-op, they get to play the game for free.
That's so cool.
Also, Far Cry 4 has online co-op.
So cool.
That's awesome.
So cool.
The Division was there, and Assassin's Creed Unity. All games that we were all collectively excited about.
Yes.
They killed it.
Moving on to the press conference of the E3 show. The best one is yet again a tie. Lawrence, why is it a tie between Microsoft and Nintendo?
Microsoft is just a clear winner because they showed nothing but games, and they were all good.
Yeah.
There were no numbers, no this is why we're great, just games, games, games.
Yep, that's true.
And then for Nintendo, as usual, they had the most original concepts, but this year they were original concepts in game form as opposed to the vitality sensor, or the toe sensor, or whatever. So you got like Smash looks really good, the new Zelda looks really cool, and then just everything they showed was like, okay, that actually looks like a fun game that I would like to play.
So regardless, Nintendo gets a lot of shit, especially from guys like us, for not being the most innovative of the guys out there. But I would say with E3 and press conferences, they're doing it right.
Yeah, they did.
They're just putting a YouTube video up. That's really how it should be. It just shows your best stuff. Put it to the world. Don't have people go into like a baseball stadium and look at your silly games. Like it's something that's going away soon, and Nintendo's actually ahead of the curve when it comes to this.
So excellent job, Nintendo. Nice job. There's also the Please Stop Wearing Sandals with Socks award, and that goes to everybody who wore sandals with socks. Ty, did you do that? You give it a thumbs up. And the final award for the best booth with a cow on a tractor goes to
Xbox. I mean, Farming Simulator 15.
Nice job, Farming Simulator.
That was creepy.
Lawrence, was there any other awards at E3?
Yeah, there's the Don't Wear a Fucking Trilby with Cargo Shorts award.
What's a trilby?
Yeah, what is a trilby?
Google it. You'll have a great
No, tell me what a trilby is.
See, the problem is you're backing me into a corner here.
Because you don't know what it is.
I'm gonna want to murder myself. No, a trilby is a type of hat that most people commonly call fedoras.
Oh.
If you wander into a forum and say stop wearing fedoras, some nerd's gonna pop and say, actually, it's a trilby.
Milady.
Yeah. Did you enjoy Sunset Overdrive? Milady.
All right, we're done. That's...
Hey everyone, welcome back to the show for Monday.
Yeah, all right, let's do this. Here we go. Back to E3.
And today on the show, we're talking about the question, the age-old question, are video games sexist?
This just recently got brought up last week during E3. Despite frequently championing equality in games, Ubisoft is in some hot water following E3 2014.
Though we think Assassin's Creed Unity looks like a pretty cool co-op take on the series, there's one big problem that a lot of people seem to have. That you can only play as a big old white dude.
Is he really big? I thought he was kind of skinny and like assassin-y.
He's got a broad bit of shoulder there.
That's true. Ubisoft has responded to the disappointment. Who was disappointed, we're not really sure, saying that omitting female players is an unfortunate side effect of game development realities.
Correct. Speaking to videogamer.com, technical director James Theron said, a female character means that you have to redo a lot of animation, a lot of costumes. It would have doubled the work on those things. Wow. And I mean, it's something the team really wanted, but we had to make a decision. It's unfortunate, but it's a reality of game development.
So that particular explanation has been disputed by lots of other developers though, including Naughty Dog animator Jonathan Cooper. Lawrence, what did Jonathan Cooper say?
Well, you know, he works as an animator, obviously, and he basically said that if you can do 2 days of work and convert a male model into a female one. I think that's kind of hypersimplifying because you'd have to, like the other developer said, change the models, change the fashion.
Right.
But still, he's basically saying it's a BS excuse.
Yeah.
Yeah, probably is. So whether you accept Ubisoft's explanation or not, Assassin's Creed isn't the only game under fire for equality concerns.
Right, Far Cry 4 almost had women as well. Game director Alex Hutchinson told Polygon that we were inches away from having you be able to select a girl or a guy as your co-op buddy when you invite someone into Far Cry 4.
Interesting though. Even The Legend of Zelda joined in the fray. Many speculated that the blonde hero depicted in The Legend of Zelda's reveal trailer last week was actually Princess Zelda.
Onua eventually confirmed that the main character was actually Link, not Zelda, disappointing hopeful progressives.
Right, he said, I don't want people to get hung up on the way Link looks because ultimately, Link represents the player in the game.
Yes, that makes sense.
So then again, people unsure of a silent, sexually vacant character's gender probably says more about the concerned individuals more than it does Nintendo.
Yeah, of course the depiction of women in games, when it does happen, has been kind of problematic.
People were mad about that one woman in the Phantom Pain wearing a battle bikini.
Lawrence called it a battle bikini, which I really enjoy. The reason? Kojima wanted the character to be more erotic to encourage cosplay and figurine sales.
Look, once again, Japan, entirely different country. How they want to represent women, that's their call. It's a different culture entirely.
The battle bikini is pretty awesome. I mean, come on, let's go.
Look, that's not the worst thing there.
All right, Lawrence, where should we look for examples of women represented properly in games?
Strangely, Nintendo seemed to have the strongest lineup that at least celebrated equality.
Yeah.
In Hyrule Warriors, you can play as Zelda, Impa, and Midna from the Zelda series. Smash Brothers has tons of female characters like Zelda, Peach. I mean, even the Wii Fit trainer can be male or female, and it's exactly the same. And Splatoon, oddly, also supports male and female characters.
You can't just make up game names and say that that's a thing.
It's basically the same in every MMO. You can select a male or a female. It doesn't have to be necessarily the one male character.
Yeah, even, you know, a lot of games like Bungie's been doing that for years now, since I believe, I want to say Halo 3, they allowed you to have a female voice, and then they actually did a female model.
Yeah.
And then in Destiny, you can pick male or female, you know, attributes. So while white males do make up a majority of game leads, there were several female lead games debuted at E3.
Right, so you got Mirror's Edge 2, Rise of the Tomb Raider, infamous Second Son, First Light, Alien Isolation, and Bayonetta 2. So, I mean, there were a bunch that were revealed at E3. I mean, obviously it's not, I guess, paradigm in the industry, but it's coming in, it's coming in. So I actually tend to agree with Aisha Tyler when it comes to this issue.
Right, she recently did a Q&A on redcode.net talking about race and sexism in games.
Yeah.
She thinks that eventually gamers will want to play as different characters because they are always playing as a white male, usually with a power fantasy.
Ms. Tyler actually said, just write robust characters that are interesting, and if you make them a female character, it's going to add a layer of complexity than if you write another 28-year-old Special Forces white guy.
But what if I want to play as a grizzled ex-military guy with a little bit of stubble on his face?
There are hundreds of games that allow you to do that.
Name 5.
Call of Duty, 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 Call of Duty.
I'm excited for Call of Duty.
So either way, honestly, I think that this is something that's becoming more prevalent in the industry to be, you know, you can be a male or a female character. I know we always say only males play video games, and that's sort of the majority of people that play, but that's not true. There are a lot of, Lawrence, what is it, 48% of gamers are female?
Yeah, it's getting there. It's every year it climbs closer to an even 50-50 split. And it's, I think, at like 48-52 at this point.
And along with this issue, like many other issues, I don't feel like we are the right ones to speak on behalf of this. So if you are a female and you feel like you're not being represented properly in a video game, make your voice heard, because we're just white dudes. We're represented all the time.
I'm not a 28-year-old white dude.
If you're pretty grizzled.
I'm pretty grizzled.
You could be a Call of Duty character, or Far Cry character.
Man, that'd be awesome.
Or in StarCraft. Maybe in Red Dead. Oh, Lawrence just hung up.
Lawrence hung up.
Lawrence said, fuck it, I'm out.
Where's Adam?
He left.
What inside game? Wait. Welcome back to the show for Monday.
He never does that. I don't know why you guys always say that. That's what Rubes always did, and he never did that.
I do it because of Rubes. See news, women in games. Despite frequently championing equality in gaming. Monday.
All right. Hello, welcome to the show for Monday. Let's do this! All right, your first news story for today. Minecraft on Nintendo, question mark?
The intrepid journalist at Kotaku asked Shigeru Miyamoto and Nintendo General Manager Shinya Takahashi if they would put the world's most popular game on their console.
What did they say?
Maybe! Kinda!
So without confirming anything, Shinya Takahashi agreed that the game would make sense on their various platforms. He says, quote, "We've always thought internally that using the Wii U gamepad would probably make for a Minecraft that's very easy to play. And of course, if we were to do something with Minecraft on the 3DS, similarly, we would probably do it where it would be easier to play and could probably reach a lot of kids."
Minecraft on 3DS would be pretty sweet though.
I think so.
You could like touch the blocks instead of touching a button that made the blocks do stuff.
Lawrence, why would that be sweet?
Well, just 3D. I think it'd be neat. People have wanted Minecraft on Oculus Rift because it would be all immersive, and when you're tunneling through tunnels, they'd be all 3D. That'd be pretty cool.
You go like this, you'd be like, oh my god, it's a block.
Do you want?
They're blocks.
Really? Do we want that? All right. Plus, if they introduced Amiibo toys, they could make shitloads of money. Imagine unlocking Mario-themed Minecraft skins and enemies by buying figurines at Target or whatever.
The thing is, if you're playing it on a computer, you can make whatever skin you want anyway.
Oh, yeah, you're right.
So if you get it on Nintendo, now you just maybe pay 99 cents.
But I want it on my Nintendo.
I want an amiibo! Boo, Mario!
Actually, Notch talked about this a very long time ago. Rob Smith, do you have that quote from Notch?
I do indeed. He talked about it back in December, saying he wasn't aware of it coming to Nintendo platforms, and of course he would be the guy that was aware if it was happening, and then said it would be a really good idea. They're just too busy at the time, and he hearts Nintendo.
So Notch loves Nintendo.
Yeah.
Breaking.
He was like, in other news, these Cheetos are delicious.
Oh man. So the question is to Lawrence, and only Lawrence, why didn't Nintendo put Minecraft on their console years ago?
Nintendo, especially Nintendo, has never been one to just take a popular thing and slap it on something they have. They don't even take things they have and slap it on other popular things. They just don't do it.
But hasn't that been biting them in the ass kind of recently?
Arguably. I mean, you could argue that actually was their saving grace, because Pokemon has been a cash cow for them. The Wii made them shitloads of money, and both of those things were invented by basically not following trends, by coming up with something new. So it's maybe more of a boom and bust mentality, and they're just in a kind of a bust phase right now.
Well, the only problem is they haven't really come up with anything new recently.
Wii Music!
So we made up a 10-step plan for Nintendo to get rich again.
All right, Joel, you ready for this?
I don't know. I wasn't here for the script.
I know.
This is exciting.
These are real good. So number one, Mario on mobile.
Yes, and in a sub-step of that is that he'd also be on the PS4.
Oh, the PlayStation
And
4.
Nintendo would invent a mobile PS4.
Oh!
So that way
you
they
carry
can
it
have
around
it.
with
Yes,
you.
you can
That's
carry it around.
man, how big would it be?
It would fit on your back. It'd basically be about 1.5 times larger than the PS4 already is.
That's not so bad. Lawrence, what's number two?
Minecraft on Wii U and 3DS.
Oh, well,
That's what we talked about.
And actually, 2A, Notch in Super Smash.
Yeah,
We're gonna have Notch be a playable
and his
character.
final smash would be releasing a bunch of Cheetos out onto the map.
Does he eat Cheetos?
He does. He loves them.
I didn't know that.
Step number 3, a Pokemon MOBA.
Number 4, Pokemon MMO.
Number 5, Pokemon pornography.
Yes, that's true. All of those things would be really good. Number 6, Spool put this in the script. We don't know why we let him. Steve in Super Smash Brothers. Who's Steve?
Yeah, who's Steve?
Steve is a Minecraft character.
Minecraft guy.
Why is his name Steve? Shut up!
Number 7, Super Mario 64 2. It's about time we got a sequel to that great game.
Lawrence, say number 8.
They need to finally put out the 64 disc drive.
Yeah! I want to play that Legend of Zelda game that they showed 2 screenshots for.
And then James wisely put this one in. Number 9, free games.
Free games,
Free
because
games for
if the
everybody.
games are free, people are gonna eat it up.
How do they
They're
make
gonna love
money?
it.
How do they make money?
What? It's all the profit from the games.
No, they're free.
Yeah, I know, and they're just giving them away, and everyone's. So how many games did you sell last year, Nintendo? I don't know, 100 billion.
No, they didn't sell them.
They're free.
They didn't sell them. They were free.
Yeah.
Number 10, I don't know what this is. Mother 4.
Yeah!
Does anybody know what that is? Is that real? Joel, do you know what that is?
No.
No, but seriously, Minecraft on Nintendo is a no duh. The next time I'm in the E3 bathroom washing my hands next to Miyamoto as he's brushing his teeth, I'm gonna make sure he puts the game on Nintendo.
You should also take the toothbrush and do it
Oh,
for
yeah.
him. Like, hey, bud, got a great idea for you. It's called Minecraft. It should be on your console.
And there's also Summer Games Done Quick, which I don't know what that is. Lawrence, what is it?
It's a speedrunning marathon. It's running all week. All donations go to Doctors Without Borders. If you want to see some interesting characters destroy games that you love, go watch it. It's at Twitch TV/Speed Demos Archives DA.
We should do a speed run.
Of what?
Anything.
Chaser.
Something that takes a really long time. No.
All right, audio trailers. We got one from Phil, who's not here because he's sick. Blue Estate, meet Tony and Luciano.
Did you watch this?
Nope.
Oh my god. It's like a first-person shooter, but there's weird targets that are popping on the screen, and the guy's an offensive Italian stereotype,
That sounds cool.
and hair keeps falling into his face.
You know what? Phil Jasicki, he's got his finger on the pulse.
He really does.
Who did Marth save in Mario Brothers?
Peach.
Princess Peach.
From?
Pearland.
Pearland. He's right. Nailed it.
It's like when they give their secondary characters their own games and they're stupid.
What, you mean like Ludwig? Super Ludwig's kart racing.
It's like, it'd be
pro?
like Ludwig's Piano Mystery, and you're like, why do I give a shit? The whole game takes place on a piano. Play the piano to move Ludwig. I don't care.
Hey everyone, welcome back to the show for Tuesday.
All right, it's Tuesday. Here we go.
And your first news story today, you're gonna pay to cheat in the Division?
Well, possibly.
Wait, say what? I thought cheats were an outdated model that no longer exists in video games.
So in an interview with GameSpot, Ubisoft Massive Managing Director David Polfelt provided some loose guidelines on how the Division intends to implement microtransactions.
He said, I quote, "So what we're looking at is we don't want to have a pay to win,
Sure.
but we are definitely looking at things where you can gain time or comfort, ...
That's weird.
Some things require time in the game and some people don't want to invest time. They want the shortcut."
Right, so Polfelt specifically mentioned that bag slots might be available for purchase.
Bag slots?
I
What's
guess-
that mean, Lawrence?
Yeah, what is that?
Inventory. Carry more guns. Yeah.
I mean, all right, so then I guess you would grind through the game and unlock those bag slots or pay $5?
Theoretically, it might be the sort of thing where you can't earn it in-game at all,
Gotcha.
which adds to its rarity and its value and all that sort of stupid thing, but yeah, I mean, we don't know yet. He's just throwing around ideas.
Well, he did say he insists that none of these boosts will give any of the players an advantage over others, but is that really true?
No, the issue here is time versus money. Polfelt implies that some players would rather drop $5 than grind out an upgrade in 5 hours of game time.
And as adults with full-time jobs here, we kind of agree.
However, is that cheating?
So say you want to earn everything completely legitimately, and then you see another player loaded with some rocket launchers and chromed out pants.
Oh, that's awesome.
Does that cheapen the challenge and the achievement of earning them for you?
Lawrence, does it cheapen it?
Yeah, I mean, it does.
Yeah.
It really does, but that value, that achievement is artificial in the first place, so it doesn't really matter. I mean, we're talking about video games here. They're artificially constructed challenges.
Yep. Lawrence, don't you just brag about your achievement score all the time?
It's so much.
See?
So at the end of it all, when you break it down, life is all about the exchange between time and money.
True.
If you feel like putting in the time, make sure you're doing it because you want to,
Right.
not because you feel like you have to for a piece of media, some form of entertainment that's completely optional.
Conversely, try and understand that others don't have a surplus of free time.
My bigger concern is why are we talking about the Division's microtransactions and not the cool things that they were promising us back in 2013? All we got was a little tiny little bit of gameplay at the
Yeah,
2014
that's true.
E3. I'm afraid that they're skirting around all the cool stuff that they promise us, all the MMO aspects stuff.
Yeah,
I want to
you're right.
see that.
More closing doors!
It's delayed to 2015, so they've got a while now.
All right.
And it's all next gen. It looks amazing. There's bullet holes. There's snow. Come on.
To Lawrence's point, he closed the shit out of that door.
Way to close that door.
How many achievements is that worth, Lawrence?
I'm gonna say 5 points.
That's pretty good.
Perfect.
Is that cheating?
The Grim Reaper.
What?
Yeah, well, death, you know, you're... Rather than spending time killing yourself, look, we're all gonna die. You see what I'm trying to say here?
Oh, I see what he's saying.
Look here,
I see what he's
the
saying.
clock is ticking.
I get it.
And so rather than waste all the time playing video games and slowly have your,
James,
you know,
this disapproval.
James hate dumb joke.
the hourglass.
James
all
want
the
move
sand.
on.
Hey everyone, welcome back to the show for Wednesday.
All right, here we go. Let's do this. This one's for you because you've been gone, or I've been gone. I'm not sure.
Miss you, buddy. Oh, dear God. Oh my God. How did you get it in one hip and out the other? Bruce is a magician. Your first and sharp today is EA killing the Battlefield franchise.
Yes.
Boy. What, Lawrence says yes.
All right, show's over. Thanks for watching, everyone. See you Friday.
So now that we here at Inside Gaming have played the Battlefield Hardline beta, we have become a bit skeptical about how and why EA will charge $60 for Battlefield Hardline.
And we're not alone here. Most recently, Polygon just did a big old article, very well researched, about how Ben Kuchera will not be buying Battlefield Hardline.
Right.
There's this other dude on YouTube who's very pissed.
It's like a fucking mod. It is. And
The rage train is all over the Battlefield subreddit.
But before we collectively shit our pants and send the poopy underpants to EA, let's make sure we are feeling righteous anger. Let's make sure that's righteous.
Okay, first up, for anyone who doesn't know, let's talk about what Hardline is.
Yeah.
It is an all-new Battlefield from the guys who made Dead Space, not DICE.
Okay.
Those are the guys who made the previous Battlefields.
All right.
DICE right now is currently busy doing Battlefront, the new Star Wars game,
yes.
Mirror's Edge, and Frostbite Tech, and probably even working on a new Battlefield.
Right, so that's why Visceral ended up doing it instead of DICE. So
Correct.
what's the problem? Battlefield is fun, and this is just more fun, right, Lawrence?
Not really, no. The Battlefield franchise is already on thin ice. Battlefield 4 came out and it was busted as hell. It had messed up netcode, crappy hit detection, and just a volley of other issues, so...
Important to note, though, personally here...
Yeah, we had fun.
We had a lot of fun. We didn't. I know the consoles had a lot of issues, but on PC, we just... Bros in helicopters,
It was fun. We actually gave it multiplayer game of the year last year. I mean, we enjoyed it.
That's the thing. When it's good, it's amazing. When it's bad, you just want to rage train all over your face.
That's true. Furthermore, Battlefield 4 actively prevents mods from running in any capacity.
The reasoning, though, is really simple. EA sells Battlefield Premium for $50.
So if players could actually download and play on user-made maps, nobody would ever buy that Battlefield Premium.
Let's be honest, though, and not kid ourselves. If mods were allowed in Battlefield 4, Hardline would already be out, and it would be free.
So still, should we be angry about more of a good thing like Battlefield? Should we be angry about that?
Possibly. Okay. Lawrence likes to make a comparison to Doom for some reason. Why is that, Lawrence?
Well, Doom came out in 93. Doom 2 came out 1 year later in 94. They were both full price, and they were both fun.
Right.
Kind of the same thing happened with Left 4 Dead. That came out in 2008. Left 4 Dead 2 came out in 2009. They were both great games, and both justified their cost. So, you know, sometimes getting more of a good thing is just fine.
Well, that's the important part to note, though, is that Doom and Left 4 Dead were both really good games with really good launches. So when they released a sequel, it was fine. No big deal.
I also have a counter argument for both of you. Everyone hates EA.
Oh, yes. I forgot about that.
They love id and they love Valve, so there's that.
All right, so we here at Inside Gaming will be drawing a hard line in the sand.
TV's Bruce Green, everybody.
Yeah, we played the game, and we cannot see how this game is worth a full $60.
We recommend here that EA should lower the price, or at least offer discounts to those that purchased Battlefield 4 already.
Yes, especially those who bought Battlefield 4 Premium like me. I spent $50 on that.
So, I mean, really, come on, EA. Maybe $30, $40, not the full price, right?
No, not at all. I mean, I guess, you know, Hardline does have a single-player campaign, which we talked a lot about, and Visceral's pretty good at making those. But is that worth the extra $20?
At the end of the day, it's got the Battlefield name slapped on it, and you don't really buy that for the single player.
Yeah, that's true.
So if you feel like Hardline should be cheaper and you want to pretend like you're changing the world, go ahead and tweet the hashtag #SaveBattlefield.
I think it was Save Butterford. I thought we came up with Save Butterford.
It's actually hashtag #IGotSoftline.
Lawrence said hashtag #IGotHardline.
Who did hashtag I will find you? What is that? That's just creepy.
Hashtag thanks, Obama.
What about, Lawrence, do you have any other hashtags for us?
Hashtag save boyfriend? What?
Hashtag Bunglefield.
Bumblefield? I like Save Bunglefield.
No, don't save it. It is a Bunglefield. There's one more in the script that's not in the script.
What is it?
Hashtag Namaste.
Thank you for coming to your daily yoga class, everyone. We'll see you Friday.
We're done.
What?
Hashtag Namaste or go.
Oh, I just thought of an interesting point.
Hey everyone, welcome to Silver Thursday. Hi. And today on the show we're talking about Grand Theft Auto Online and some heists.
Ooh, it's been leaked.
We got info, yo.
YouTube user Dom is Live, or Dome is Live, we're not sure, has leaked what looks like an XML file with tons of info about GTA Online heists.
And and the info is kind of underwhelming.
Well, I mean, yeah, that's true.
So let's be clear, Dom is Live credits Lazy Gamer and Dimitri, two bros who supposedly gave Dom the file.
All right, as always, we're a bit skeptical about anything GTA leak related, but let's go ahead and cover what the meat of this leak is.
First up, there's Prison Van Rescue. This is described as criminals intercept a noose van driven by NPCs and free the gang member, then take him back to the gang house. 16 cops and 16 criminals can join the mission.
So do people at Rockstar, are they not able to write sentences?
English hard.
Gang house?
Gang house.
There's also an ornate bank heist. Get behind the counter of the bank, hack into the vault, steal the money, and take it to the drop-off location. 16 cops and 4 criminals can join this mission.
How is that ornate? It doesn't have any chandeliers. It doesn't have any fancy wine. Unbelievable.
Who put Joel on the Skype?
I don't know. Lawrence got tired.
Oh, he's in the Joel hole. That's right. Yeah.
Sound great, Joel.
While those two do sound pretty heist-like-ish, the rest are kind of meh. Such as Fight Gangmate. This is where 2 teams have to have a fist fight with each other.
Ooh.
The gang lieutenant gets 2 teammates to have a fight as part of initiation.
We're kind of reading these words word for word, too.
Yep.
Keep that in mind. There's also drop-off hooker. Blips will appear in player's territory. This player has to go and pick up a prostitute and drop her off somewhere. The player has a time limit.
Joel, what do you do when you drop off a prostitute?
I pay her very nicely and handsomely for her services, which include cuddling, include holding me while I cry.
Is there cross-dressing?
No. You. Who would do that?
Joel would. Big Joel. Yeah, Joel would.
Joel. And all the other modes pretty much sound like an escort mission or a variation of game modes that already exist, which makes us collectively
Yeah, all right. So before we actually start getting wet in the pants about all these heists, let's analyze the leaked file, because that's kind of the one thing here that seems to be the missing piece.
Right, let's talk about the file itself. Yeah. It is XML, which is data is put in between tags that describe what the data is.
Yeah, it's just like HTML. You can see tags like story, description, and script name. XML is commonly used with programs and websites as a means of all-purpose data storage, so conceptually the file could be real.
Totally, yes. Yeah. It even contains this weird little language thing here, which is how XML stores carriage returns.
Sure.
How do you pronounce that?
Joel, how do you pronounce it?
Yeah.
All right, that's correct. Yep. However, we have no context for this file, where it came from, and how it's used. Actually, I'm gonna go check my Twitter right now to see if I've been DM'd by Dom is Live. Hold on. Nothing from Dom is Live, or the other two, the Lazy Gamer or Dimitri.
All right, so the issues tag might indicate the development status of internally developed missions with listings like play and on hold.
Right, so if this file is completely fake, and it wouldn't be actually hard to fake, you could just sit down and type it, it was at least written by someone that knows XML.
Right,
so
I mean, at the end of the day, the question is this real? Did someone actually find a leak, or is this just someone with a lot of free time and some knowledge how to make up a nice little XML file with bad English?
As of right now, I'm saying no, it is not real, because there is no context to the file. It's literally just a text file that somebody wrote some XML in. So there's nothing like, in terms of, well, Rockstar, you know, like a Rockstar, who knows, title or Rockstar watermark or anything like that to tell us it's actually real.
Personally for me, I hope this isn't real, because I wanted heists that are a bit more intricate than just go picking up hookers like Joel does every Friday night.
You don't have any proof of that.
There's an XML.
God damn it!
Well, what does Joel think?
Yeah, Joel, what do you think? Is this real or fake?
This is totally fake. This is no. This is so dumb. I could type up a stupid text document and say that it's a leak. I'm going to do that right now, actually.
Well, either way, at Inside Gaming, we actually try and find out whether or not these files are real or fake whenever we report on them. I know it seems like we're just kind of bullshitting, but we actually are trying to find that out right now as we speak. So hopefully Dom is Live will tweet me back and tell me it's real or fake.
To the Twitter!
Hold on, let me check one more time.
Okay. Moving to trailers. First up, we got the Dead Island Epidemic gameplay, and that's it.
It's gameplay of the game. It tells you about the game, the weapons you can craft, the characters.
What kind of weapons?
Shit, I don't know.
Do you
there was
normally...
a trumpet that like blow out fire.
There we go. Do you normally talk in generalizations, or do you ever say something specific? Like, if somebody asks you a question, you usually give them an example.
All right, give me a question.
What kind of weapons are there?
There's a trumpet that had like shoots out fire.
I have a
You
question.
just like crap. There was like these like crazy modded guns. There was like a shotgun with some crap on it. There was
What's new in the story?
Fake Nerf.
What's new in the story?
It's not a MOBA. Story. It's a MOBA.
Bill, what's 2 plus 2?
4.
I don't know. It's kind of a number. Somewhere between 1 and 10. This is wrong.
Slightly wrong.
slightly wrong.
Joel, are you there? You're Lawrence.
So you
James
have
is
to
Joel.
I still do what I normally
Phil
do.
is James.
No, Phil is Phil.
Well, who's James?
James doesn't really do much. Hi, Steve.
Ty. The player has to go and pick up a prostitute and drop her off somewhere. Really? You're saying things about a soccer game currently? There's 10 minutes in the day we shoot the show.
Germany scored.
Well, it happens.
Bravo, bravo.
Hey everyone, welcome to the show for Friday. Hi.
Everybody said Lawrence is better, and there's no way he's better. I can scream louder than Lawrence. Right, Lawrence?
Yeah, absolutely.
Your first news story for today, YouTube is getting better for gaming.
Oh, that's great.
Yeah, despite being one of the main traffic sources on YouTube, the platform has been quite lacking in features tailored to gameplay videos.
That's true. As announced by a post on the YouTube creator blog, YouTube is adding 2 critical features specifically for gamers: 60 frames per second support and tip jars for YouTube creators.
Explain, Lawrence, why 60 frames per second is so important to children.
Most video is 30 frames per second, or 29.97, which is fine when you're watching traditional film content. Cameras blur between frames, just it's the way light interacts with film. That helps your eyes interpret more motion than is actually there.
But video games do not really work that way, right, Lawrence?
That's correct.
Yeah, while some game engines will add motion blur to mimic this effect, typically games display in frame rates high enough that it's pretty much unnecessary.
Right. But here's the deal, with video games, it's much better if you have a higher frames per second, usually because you can play it better, there's less lag, and so forth. So that's why it's good to have 60 frames per second on YouTube.
It just looks so much better. We'd show you the difference here, but this video is 30 frames per second, so we can't do it quite yet. Instead, we actually have some links in the description. Please check those out. There's some test uploads going on, since this feature won't be available for everyone yet.
Right, it's on the way.
Right, in the blog post, they promise that everyone will be getting it sometime in the coming months.
Right.
But pretty soon, it's gonna happen. It's pretty exciting. Good job, hey,
We did it, everybody. Actually, we didn't do anything, YouTube did it all.
Nope, YouTube once again did all the hard work.
And here's the second feature, fan funding.
Woo!
Yeah!
You don't need it.
Instead of doing 1,000 Kickstarters for your sweet fan film, people can directly contribute to your YouTube channel. That's pretty cool.
That's pretty cool. YouTube will be taking 5% of all your contributions, plus 21 cents for a processing per transaction.
All right.
Which, when we first heard about this, it sounds horrible.
Yeah.
But not. It's actually kind of good, right, Lawrence?
If you're getting like $2 tips, that kind of sucks because a lot of it's going to YouTube. But if somebody wants to, I don't know, drop $50 on you every year, that would work out pretty good.
And also, like, you know, for Twitch, they have like subscriptions, things like that, but they take 50%?
Yeah, is that right, Lawrence?
Is that true?
That's correct. YouTube or Twitch subscriptions, you pay for $5, but $2.50 that goes to Twitch and $2.50 goes to the channel owner. So the margin there isn't that great.
So fan funding is another alternative for content creators that don't have a broad enough audience to subsist on advertising revenue alone through YouTube. So now you can just give people money in addition to the ads that you watch.
And while these features are great, what's more exciting is that YouTube is finally supporting gameplay videos.
I know, they are finally talking about gameplay on YouTube. It's so weird.
Yeah, especially as gameplay creators here, we've often wondered why YouTube doesn't seem that interested in promoting or developing that content as they do for, say, music videos.
Right.
And it's very nice to see them actually getting on board and actually supporting people like us.
Yeah,
so thank you.
Yeah, thanks, YouTube.
Yeah.
Well, another round of applause for YouTube, shall we?
So yesterday, you may remember we did a story on GTA Online and its upcoming heist.
Yeah, the heist leak.
Bruce actually did a follow-up in some actual journalism and has an update on that story.
Well, I actually talked to Dom is Live and ECB2, the guys that are doing these GTA leaks. They're digging through the files of GTA on their computer and finding these XML files and finding text files and things like that that show them what heists may have been in GTA and what developers have accidentally left in. They showed me the whole deal. They showed me the file and where it came from, and it's totally legit. Yep. They did a great job. So I want to make sure that, because yesterday.
Thank you.
Yeah, yesterday we said we weren't sure because they only gave us a watermarked file and it was only a few lines of text. Today, they have definitely confirmed that for us. So we think that this leak is real. Now, whether or not that actually means that the GTA Online heist is guaranteed to come to the platform in the future, it's not guaranteed.
No, but it just shows that the work done was real.
Yes.
And that none of that was made up, and we just want to give credit where credit is due.
Yes.
And good work, guys. Thank you.
Yeah, nice
Appreciate
job.
that. Thank you.
One more time.
Good job, Bruce, for reporting on the story.
No, I didn't do anything. Dom is live.
Good job, Dom and ECB.
There you go. That's
Look,
what to do.
games journalism means you have to copy and paste press releases and put them in WordPress.
Maybe change a few words here.
I mean, you just go fart.
We're also going to put a link to their channel in the description so you can go check out Dom is Live and other leaks they have, because apparently they're doing it every single day. It's fun stuff. Yeah.
Remember the trailers? We got the It's the One Piece World Unlimited Red.
Don't you say a word.
Wait.
Who puts these in for me?
I know.
For me!
All right.
You guys don't even know what you're talking about.
And for Lawrence, too.
Lawrence doesn't care as much as I do.
Nami has big boobs.
He does care!
We already talked about the big boobs.
When is this game coming out? Cause stop doing trailers all the damn time.
I don't know, but I hope it never comes out, and we just have to do a trailer every week.
All right, we're done.
Hey everyone, welcome to the show for Monday. Hi. Hey. So the games industry is taking the day off apparently.
So are we.
See, I'm proud of you. So we're asking the question today, do you still hate the Xbox?
No.
What?
I bought one recently.
Well, show's over. We figured it out.
Done. Anyway, we grilled Xbox Division head Phil Spencer at E3, where he reiterated to us that Microsoft is changing its approach to positioning and supporting the Xbox One.
Right, and let's be honest, they started this generation with a lot of assumptions about what we, the gaming market, would tolerate. No used games, forced Kinect, the list just goes on and on.
That wasn't a very long list.
No.
2 bullets. NASCAR.
Smug attitude.
Xbox has slowly course corrected over the past year though, so we think it's a good time to look at the state of the console now and ask, do you still hate the Xbox?
No, I said that earlier.
This is not a show just for you, Phil. So like we said, the Xbox One didn't have the greatest debut, did it, Lawrence?
No, when they first debuted the Xbox One, they focused on media, and their reasoning was kind of sound. They wanted to save the games till E3. But this was the first time we all saw the console, and we were hungry to see games. And instead we saw a lot of TV, football, DVR functionality, media partners, things we don't care about.
Right.
Well, to Xbox's advantage though, you do use your Xbox for that very reason.
Oh no, of course. I was also one of the people bitching about everything they were doing though, but it is a great living room device.
There you go.
Yeah, it's a good addition. So to top it off, when they did show games at E3 2013, they also announced an all-digital ownership system that would prevent used games from running and require an internet connection at all times.
The situation is a little different right now though.
How so, James?
The no used game system was ditched before the system even launched.
Correct.
On top of that, Xbox's E3 2014 presentation contained nothing but games.
Correct. So with all that, yeah, good for you, Xbox. Thank you for, you did a good job. Okay. There's also the question about the price and the Kinect issue. The Xbox One launched at $500, a full $100 more than the PS4. The Kinect caused a price difference, and thanks to its mandatory inclusion, you had no choice but to get one.
And everybody was using none of them. At the time, we assured you guys that a Kinect-less Xbox One would be coming, and lo and behold, that finally happened.
Of course, now the One is the same price as the PS4, and it doesn't force you to buy a camera that doesn't work half the time. Xbox on.
Xbox on.
Xbox on.
Hold on, sound more like Aaron Paul. Xbox on, bitch. No, did it do it?
Can you try it real quick, Zane?
Xbox on.
Let's try it all at once. Okay, ready?
Okay.
3, 2, 1.
Xbox on.
Motherfucker, really?
Nope. All right.
Is it plugged in?
So Xbox has fixed some of the biggest problems with the One, but there are still some nagging issues.
There's the interface, the user experience. Game installs take forever, and so do patches. Apps can be hard to find. You'd think games and apps would show you all your games and your apps, but it doesn't.
It's kind of confusing. And breaking down the architecture, the PS4 is just a better system. Why is that, Lawrence?
It's the unified RAM, really. One of the big bottlenecks for PCs for a long time is the separation of system RAM and video RAM. PS4 was really smart in combining it all. It just makes the system a lot faster, and it just creates fewer bottlenecks in the rendering pipeline. So it's just a more efficient machine for games.
Keep in mind there's no power brick or giant camera that you have to carry around with the thing, so it's kind of nice to take over to your friend's house. And let's break down the service. Games on PlayStation Plus are great. Games with gold, not so much.
No, one feels like a perk, and the other feels like a handicap.
A hand job?
Yeah,
Oh.
hand job.
How's that bad?
But one holding sandpaper.
Oh.
Sandpaper hand job.
Ultimately, though, we're impressed with the turnaround we've seen from the Xbox One, so good on them.
It may not have been there to start, but Xbox has shown a fresh dedication to gaming over the past 6 months.
It paints a much better picture for the future of the console than some railroad baron talking about powers for 20 goddamn minutes.
My name's Brian Michael Bendis. You may know me from such popular comic books as X-Men and How to Take Over the Railways.
So there you go. That's pretty much everything that has happened ever since the Xbox One was announced and where we are today. Personally, for myself, I think they're doing a good job. They're on the right path. Just keep throwing more Halo at me and I'll be a happy fellow.
Yeah, Halo's good, but I think the games are good too, giving players options. So I think they're headed in the right direction. Hopefully it's not too late, though.
Lawrence, final verdict?
There is no final verdict. We're just 1 year in.
It's over, Lawrence. Pick a side.
People need to know if we're Xbox fanboys or PlayStation fanboys. They need to know this.
Can we be both?
No, impossible. Phil, who won?
Well, I bought an Xbox, so.
Oh, Xbox
Phil
wins.
won.
All right.
Sandpaper hand jobs.
Didn't you have a problem with Watch Dogs though?
It still doesn't work.
So there you go, all our Xbox fun stuff. If you want to see that interview we talked about earlier with Phil Spencer, check it out over here in all the links and stuff. I just hit the mic, I'm sorry. They do it for you, Joel.
For me.
Get in here, come on. Sit back down.
No, but seriously, what do you guys think? Do you think someone won? Or is Xbox getting ground? Or maybe you should try and have your conversations in a polite manner instead of shouting at everyone? Less exclamation points. We don't need them.